You got a mic check, mic check, mic check, mic check. Somebody check that for me. Check.
Mic check.
Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
Sports fans, particularly NFL fans. This is TeamBoydTV Live. I'll be your host, Big Q. Slim J's in the building. I'm joined by my homeboys as always. I got the Raven Shogun. JB is in the building. What's happening, homie?
Hey, what up, Glass, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, everybody.
Yeah, we good. Guys, like I said, we got Slim J, a couple other people in the building. Go ahead and make yourself known. Go ahead and let us know. We'll give you a shout out real quick. I want to go ahead and welcome the Sage of Sports, Glass from Get With The Sports in the building. What's happening, homie?
What up, fam? Big Q, JB, all the Twitter hustlers out there, everybody checking us out on all the social medias. Let's get it cracking.
What's going on? So listen, this is TeamBoydTV Live. This is the dopest live NFL show on the internet right now, presented by Urban Arena. Go ahead and follow us out on Facebook at www.facebook.com/Urban Arena. We are in the building. We got all some cool stuff going on. Give a shout out to AA Sports. What's happening, homies? You know what I'm saying? We'll give a shout out to my boys. What's good, fellas?
Oh, good. Let's get. Hey, there's some jobs on the line, I believe, this week.
Yeah, but you know what? I'm gonna be a little bit of a douche real quick. You know what I mean? Because you get JB's face.
Wait. All right, JB, you ready for this, man? Because some tell me we not like.
Yes, I got to do it, right? So listen, I do believe that my Carolina Panthers are on a 3-game winning streak. And I do believe that both of y'all's teams are on a 3-game losing streak. Am I correct here?
Let me look.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Broncos. No, I'm on a 2-game losing streak.
Okay,
bro.
Yeah. What about you, JB? How you looking over there, bro? I saw one of them L's in person. I was there. I saw it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't know why we opening the show.
Because we got to do it. Because listen, you guys are Carolina Panthers non-believers. Y'all don't believe that we are who we say we are. And Carolina got to prove themselves every year. They got to prove themselves. I don't understand why people can't. Like, you think about the Broncos, you think about the Ravens, and everybody like, oh, they're going to be okay. They are a perennial playoff team. But, man, Carolina got to prove themselves every single year. It's just crazy. I don't understand it. I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it.
You gotta have that Super Bowl, man.
I guess. Okay, we gotta get it. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get it. T Money is in the building. Panthers got FSU is in the building. Panthers got FSU says, tell him, Big Q. Yes, I'm on. I gotta keep these dudes in line. He says, big time haters talking crazy weeks ago.
Wait, stop. Let me stop. Let me give me a reason why I hate y'all. Bastard.
Yeah, give it
because of this man right here.
Yeah, of
Big
course.
Q always talking. This is not the Black and Blue podcast.
No, not right
Everything
now.
around the Carolina Panthers. I have 3 championships.
Wow.
JB, you got 2, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so y'all you going for the juggler right now, for real?
Put some in the trophy case first.
You gonna hit me where it hurt?
Yeah. I'm turning it, bro.
That's okay, but it is.
Hey, Glass, I like it.
But it is week 10. It is week 10 in the NFL, which means that we are. It is week 10, right? Am I right?
Yeah, week 10.
Week 10. Yeah. So yeah, look, we kind of a little bit into it halfway. Man, there's some stuff going on. Dez Bryant, He coming down south to the NFC South, JB.
Yes, he is.
Let's discuss it. Listen, first of all, how y'all feel about him waiting to this late to find a gig? I mean, I know it ain't really his fault, but I mean, really,
I think it's he lucky.
You think
you
so?
know what I'm saying? Because you passed up 2 jobs. I think one with JB's Ravens, and the next one was the Browns,
right? The Browns
right?
was the first one, right? Yeah.
And I know, hey, you know what? Compared to the Browns and to the Ravens, you can't go wrong with a playoff contender in the Saints. So, hey, like I said, you lucked out, man.
Listen, you know, this is one of them situations, JB, where the rich get richer. But then I think about the Saints, though, right? They traded away their number one. Well, I gonna say their first round draft pick, and what was his name, Brandon Cooks, to the Patriots, right? Mm-hmm. After it was his second season, so he ain't even with the Patriots now. He with the Rams now, right?
Correct.
So was this dude? Because I'm thinking like when they first brought him in, the talk was all about how he was going to torch the NFC South. Next thing you know, he was going away, and now he on his third team in 3 years, and now they looking to bring in a traveler like Dez Bryant. So first of all, what they say about their picking Cooks, right? Do you believe it was as good as they made it out to be, or and the second thing is like, what do you think Dez gonna bring to a squad that's already got like superpower offense?
Well, it can't do nothing but help, but that kills the narrative of a 1-year prove-it deal that he originally started out saying that he wanted, and he went from that to over half the season gone. Well, going game over the halfway point. Looked like he's chasing the championship, so he got with the. I mean, it's only a couple spaces you can land, and might have to do much but be a contributor. So. I mean, that's only gonna make the Saints a whole lot better. Maybe all they gotta do is just be serviceable.
Should I be nervous, Glass?
Yeah, you should be.
Should I be nervous?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Brandon Cooks, the situation, some tells me I ain't gonna say he's obstruction in the locker room, but it tells me as good as he is, this is your third team that you jumped on, and I don't understand how the Saints with Breeze, they got rid of him. Then you go to New England, and they kick you out of there. Some tells me he's not coachable. I put it out there like that. But back to Dez, it's all what Dez makes it out. You know, it's how his mentality is going to be. You got to understand you're not the number one. Mike Thomas is number one. You just over there to help out. So if you got that mindset, he'll be all right, and the Saints will be all right.
Well, I want to touch on the Brandon Cooks thing too. The league need a guy like him, so he a commodity. Yeah. And if one team, who doesn't need a guy to take the top off defenses? Maybe the being injury prone or not being able to do exactly everything they brought you in for. Maybe he won't be. Maybe he can't do all of that, but he still is a hot commodity. He might be on the 4th team in 4 years.
You never know. I believe the reason why I think they brought him to New England just to win the Super Bowl. And when he couldn't contribute in the Super Bowl, that was like, well, this is all we really wanted you for in the first place. So,
well, let's not forget,
and it worked all the way there.
Yeah, until Malcolm Jenkins knocked the snot out of him.
Right.
Right.
Josh was in the building on Twitch. What's going on, Josh? Josh is in the building. Some just say Cooks finally got his bag with the Rams. So he eventually he'll find a spot. But man, Dez Bryant in the NFC South, I never would have guessed it. I actually thought that he probably would have landed somewhere in the AFC. But this is where we at. In Week 10, the Saints are on fire right now. As a matter of fact, they just knocked off the last undefeated team in the Rams, that's why I said the rich get richer. Like, did they really need to bring a Dez Bryant in? Now, this could...
Wait, let's ask this too, though. Is the Dallas Cowboys on the Saints schedule? Because I feel like y'all playing the East this year, I'm pretty sure.
I'll check on that.
Because y'all had Dallas, y'all had the Eagles, right?
We already played Dallas, I think.
Y'all got beat by Washington, so I feel like the NFC South plays the East.
I think you're right, because we played Dallas already.
And I feel like that game is close. He probably 2 games out, one to get his feet under him and 2 to find his role. Then there'll be that Dallas game. I'm pretty sure.
Seahawks Benzino was in the building. What's going on? Seahawks Benzino was in the building. He says we could fall for the next 3 games. Looking forward to next year. Best show right here. I appreciate it, homie. Listen,
November 29th.
Don't count your Seahawks out yet. Oh, that's what it is.
Dallas Saints, right?
Dallas Saints.
Yeah. So it all makes sense to me. It makes sense to me.
Okay. Okay. Is it prime time? Okay.
And Jerry World Glass.
Oh,
but it don't matter if it's Jerry World or the Dome. It's a prime time thing. It's good, you know. So I don't know.
Yep, Jerry's World.
Yeah. Yep, makes perfect sense.
Yeah,
perfect sense.
Do you think it's just a this year thing? It's just he ain't there to stick around. He gonna play these last 6 games, get into the playoffs more than likely, make a run with the Saints and possibly try to bring a get him a ring because he ain't got one.
Look, it check off some boxes. You're playing with Drew Brees. You got a powerful, potent offense. You signed a 1-year deal. You get to go back and stick it in Jerry's face with probably the hottest quarterback in the league right now. Yeah, and they on the mission. It just makes sense.
I guess it does. Yeah,
this is less than a 1-year deal to be on a squad like that.
Oh, absolutely. Mm-hmm. I mean, technically it's just 6 games, but I'm pretty sure they're thinking about the playoffs and they're thinking about making a Super Bowl run. I guess you know what I'm saying. So I don't know.
Only thing they could throw a monkey wrench in this whole thing because it's set up pretty nice for him. As if he just don't become old Dez Bryant.
Yeah. I mean, that's where, and I hope that, for my sake, I'm hoping that Breeze and them try to force things to him and they start to fall off. Because look, they are looking like one of the strongest teams in the NFC right now, Glass. They really do. You know what I mean?
They got a 7-game win streak, bro.
Yeah, So
and for me, what's scary about them is that they are locked in chemistry wise. I mean, it's hard to beat a team that just. They beat you every way.
It's tough to stop them, man. That's why I'm hoping that my boys get it together before we get to week 15. Because we got them on week 15, week 17, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Seahawks Brazino says he's throwing that X up in NOLA. Yeah. So listen, man, it was a wild week, and we saw what was going on. Like, I think teams like the Rams. I don't know, Glass. I looked at my pick'em, and I think we talked about this game last week on the show. Mm-hmm. And I think we all picked New Orleans to win the game because it was about time for the Rams. Like, because this is what I've been saying, JB. The Rams have been playing well, and they've been doing their thing. Look. I can't take nothing away from what Sean McVay and Ty Gurley and all them doing up there. But I knew they was going to run into somebody that was going to have some issues with, defensively. Were they going to be able to keep up? Was the secondary going to be able to keep up with that fast, that track speed of those guys in New Orleans, and we all agreed this is what was going to happen, right? Well, you were surprised? No,
I mean they made too many mistakes. You can't do that again. I mean, if you go back and just people was probably paying attention to the Saints and realized they was on a mission 5 games in, but after that, it's like you make mistakes against them. After that, they made teams pay.
Yeah, I know. So again, I think we all kind of saw that one coming. So no, but what you think, like, does this hurt the Rams or the Rams getting ready? I think they're getting ready to go into the toughest stretch of their season right now. So, it's going to be a little tough for them, but you still got them as a NFC champion favorites or no?
Yeah, I do. Actually, I tell you the truth, I think this kind of helped the Rams. You always have that pressure of having an unbeaten season. Mm-hmm. Now you got your 1 loss in, recoup, regather yourself, and keep on moving. Now, with that being said, I think the pressure's on the Saints right now because right now the playoffs started, both of them be in the bye.
That's right.
And the Saints want everything go through the Superdome instead of going through LA. That's right. If it goes through LA, it's a whole different story. You know what I'm saying? McVay, he's seen what they're working with. He's a genius. He's gonna configure everything around. So if they meet up again, it's gonna be a whole different story.
I don't know. I just got a feeling that if it goes through LA, it's going. I don't think that. I'm just nervous about the Rams in the playoff.
If they meet up again, let me ask you this: if they meet up again, are you really gonna say the Saints gonna win that one?
I think the defense will have a whole lot more. The Rams defense will have a whole lot more to say because I think they expected an offensive showing from the Saints, but I don't think they expected that. Yeah. So there's a lot of stuff I saw that LA wasn't really doing that they accustomed to doing. Plus, they didn't have everybody. I'm not saying that's the reason why they lost. Yeah. They didn't have the chip on their shoulder that they needed. The defense was giving up points left and right.
Yeah. You know what? And Marcus Peters has his pants pulled down because they straight was raping them. Yeah. But I believe Wade Phillips will talk to him, tell him to get his act together, and then again, Aqib Talib will be back.
Yeah, I mean,
so that's gonna be a whole different defense.
I mean, what it looked like, it looked like it's shaped up to be a clash between those two again. But there are other teams in the NFC that could put some wrinkles in there, JB.
Well, listen, the offensive line of the Saints showed up. They neutralized Aaron Donald, and then the pass rush was pretty much ineffective. Now they got some studs over there. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have something to say about it the next time they see the Saints.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So if we look at the divisions right now, and Glass, I know you got your list ready, but let's start here. Let's start at the easy one. Let's start at the AFC East, right? Where the Patriots got a 2-game lead over the Dolphins. The Jets are back another 2 games from there. And then the Bills are back another 2 games from there. So ain't nobody catching the Patriots right now, right?
No.
They're like a pretty much a locked up deal. We see anything changing there? Anything going to jump out and be a surprise or going to mess us up over the next 4 or 5 weeks?
Not at all. The Patriots on a 6-game winning streak, and I can't see nobody slowing that train down right now.
Yeah. Yep, I think so too. Some Jay says AFC is the Pats a non-factor.
Totally agree.
You JB, you think the same thing? No hope for the Dolphins getting those 2 games back?
No.
Yeah, I mean, I know with the Jets, Bills, we good there. Okay, so nobody on your list on the AFC East, Glass? Okay, so we move to the AFC North. Okay, we got the Steelers and the Bengals tied, but the Steelers got a division win, and the Cincinnati Bengals do not. Ravens are back a game, just 1 game, and then of course Cleveland is pretty much out of the running. They back 2. This division got a little messy. You know what I'm saying? It got a little. I mean, like with the whole firing of the Browns coaches, the weird stuff going on in Pittsburgh, the same old bland. Well, you know what? We got to get Cincinnati they props. Quiet as kept. They stand in the hunt. JB, what you got?
Hard to say.
They in the hunt. They there.
No.
So so that whole list, your boy can't be on that list. Marvin Lewis ain't on that list right now, is he?
Man, Marvin Lewis is nowhere near that list.
Okay,
he's a Teflon down. I don't know what he got on the owner, but he ain't going nowhere.
Okay, so you look weird. They already took care of Cleveland. Cleveland, they took care of the HC and the OC. They both gone. So that they taking care of that situation there. I don't think that's going to really change in Baltimore. But Baltimore,
not during the season. We've done that before now, but I don't think we're going to change a OC.
Oh man, so here's a conversation. So Slim J says, JB, is it time to see what y'all have in Lamar now? Before you see this is what I'm saying. I'm reading that as he's implying that it might be time to make a change at quarterback. I just want to let you address that.
Nah, well, I mean, clearly, I think he need more time on the field, but then you open the door for journalists and sports writers to say we got some type of issue in Baltimore. I mean, if you're going to do that, you should do like other teams do. Put the young guy in there and let him take his lumps all season. But until then, I mean, Joe is there. Really can't say much. I mean, he got the credentials of a Super Bowl MVP and a Super Bowl winning quarterback, even though some may say Joe's credentials ain't real. Whatever. You just can't really take a dump on a serviceable guy unless he's out.
He says Lamar might be that spark because the defense isn't that bad at all. And he was moving the ball against the Panthers when he was in, So.
Well, you just don't want to open that narrative.
I don't think so either. I mean, Joe is the dude right now, and look, I think they have a lot of faith in Lamar Jackson. They can look. They ain't like they're gonna just let him sit there and hold a clipboard. He been active. He been getting snaps and stuff. So I
mean, the Saints do it, and I mean they obviously doing it better than anybody. But their guy, he see the field.
Yeah. So I kind of like that. Glass. Instead of the dude just sitting there like holding the clipboard and having the stupid earpiece in, he's playing. What you think about that? Or you think that's double jeopardy for the Ravens? Like, were they trying to get both their quarterbacks?
We already the Baltimore Ravens know who the quarterback is. Joe Flacco. It's easy. You just spoon feed Lamar Jackson up in there. I have no problem with it. They still got life in them. They 4-5. I understand they got a 3-game losing streak, but Baltimore Ravens do this all the time. They have a little
lull.
And then they get it right back up at the end of the season. So
we was 4-5 in the 4-5 before the bye for a couple of memorable seasons. In the Super Bowl year, we was 4-5 before.
Absolutely.
So I'm not saying this or that, we just in a little funk.
Yeah.
There's no need for overhaul. That's crazy.
Yeah,
I agree.
All right, so we go to a win that might involve a little bit of discussion. We roll into the AFC South. Houston Texans on a crazy rip right now. Titans is fighting. You know what I mean? Jags is unbelievably trending downwards, and the Colts are just stuck in the mud. JB, this division is topsy-turvy, I think, from what we kind of originally envisioned this division looking like. What you think?
Well, we kind of predicted the Texans would be the class. I had no faith in the Colts, and I definitely didn't think the Jags would tank. But then here's the Titans. So, I mean, as soon as you think they did, they go out and pull a Monday nighter.
Yeah.
So it have to be Houston and Tennessee right now.
Yeah. So you know what? I don't believe for Tennessee they got 2 games. It's gonna be hard for them to really break through unless they hoping something bad happen with what's going on in Houston right now, because class they on fire right now. They seem really, really hard to stop right now. What you got?
Dude, they lost the first 3 and won the next 6. Yeah, I'll take that all day. You know what I'm saying?
And 2 without Fuller. So,
exactly. So like JB said, I didn't expect the Jaguars to tank like this. We all know what's his name? Doug Marrone's job is on the line. I'm put out there like that. I know he's been there 2 years, but it ain't looking good for them.
And Blake Bortles.
That's true.
Yeah.
Titans, on the other hand, I can expect this from the Titans. They team that sneak up on you, but once you see them, you go ahead and knock them out the way. But
hey, wasn't it the Titans that kind of caused a little bit of disturbance in the playoffs last year?
Yeah, they beat the Kansas City Chiefs. That's what I'm saying. I like to tell you, they'll fly up on the radar until they pop out and knock out a team.
So Slim J is like, is it that unbelievable? Blake Bortles has completely fallen off. Listen, I get that. So Glass, you think that Blake Bortles is the one that's going to end up getting the coach fight
for like the first 3-4 years. I'm done with him now.
Yeah,
he is what he is.
I think you got a price tag on him right now, though, don't you? I don't think they can afford to really mess with him right now. It's either him or the coach. Either they're gonna swallow some stuff to get rid of him, and then at that point, JB, what do you do? Like, do you look and survey to see what's out there, or do you roll the dice and try to bring in a young guy?
And I think you need a regular quarterback. Blake, he has had every opportunity.
Yeah.
The number 1 defense removed. You had the best outside weaponry. You had the number 1 draft pick and the running back. All that stuff worked besides him. The playoff run, he was the reason why they lost the game. Everything else worked.
Man.
So it's either the coach going to absorb the loss and he loses his job, or they just be done with Blake Bortles.
I don't know. It's a tough spot, Glass. Like you calling for the coach's job. They got money tied up in the quarterback. Either way they got to take an L. But I'm just saying, where is it coming from? You know what I'm saying?
Listen, man, coach got to go. Tom Coughlin gonna make the decision. Go ahead and cut his losses with Bortles and draft a quarterback.
Yeah, he got everything but that. Everything but. I mean, the special team was A+, defense A+, running game A+. Before Hearn's departure, I mean, you had everything. What more could you ask for?
I mean, it was all good just a year ago.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was right. It was.
Man.
But like, let's say that. Okay, listen. I'm still rooting for Blake Bortles because I don't think he's as bad as everybody say it.
What?
I don't think what we seeing is a drop off that much from what we saw last year. If anybody of them fell off, is that Jags defense? Is that pass rush and that secondary? They ain't making the same numbers they used to. Ain't nobody saying nothing about them. Right.
I'm gonna give the defense. I'm gonna give a defense a mulligan for simple fact.
Wow,
they tried to
seriously? That's the strength of the team. The strength of the team ain't the quarterback.
They are tired that the offense is not picking up their end of the bargain. So you 3 and out. You get tired of that after a while. And I believe if they had the running back, if they had
Leonard
Fournette, everything would be different. But they don't. Because they don't, Bortles been exposed. You got to get rid of Bortles, man.
You think if something happened to Aiken in New Orleans, or Kamara in New Orleans, or Gurley in LA, they will have that big of an effect on the team. I mean, it'll be an effect. It'll be they'll be missed, but it won't be. They won't stop what they're doing.
It won't.
You know why? Because they got quarterbacks.
Yeah, exactly.
And they got a pretty decent defense too. And all I'm saying is
they have quarterbacks.
Listen, we changed the name of the team last year to Saxonville because of the defense. They the ones who went holding up their bargain. We didn't call it Bortlesonville. We called it Saxonville, right? The strength was never the quarterback. The strength was the defense. They're not doing their job either. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying, so if we toss some blame around, let's be even and fair with it. That's all I'm saying.
If you constantly having your defense on the field and the offense constantly keep putting the defense in bad situations where they got to defend 20 yards, they start off, 20 yards out of the red zone, 10 yards out of the red zone. The defense is going to get exposed.
They won 12 games doing that last year. Did they
No.
You forgetting a main portion. I'm going to have to agree partially with Slim J. He says they should trade for Derek Carr. Man, forget Jameis Winston. No,
forget Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston is pretty much
that's a lateral move right there. But go take a look at Derek Carr from the Raiders. Yeah. I'm sure Gruden will trade with you.
Yeah, is it the same dude though? I don't know, man. Is it the same cat?
Derek Carr?
I mean, it's a little bit of an upgrade. It ain't much though. It ain't much though.
You compare Derek Carr with
Jameis Winston though? Definitely no.
Hell no.
Right?
No.
Probably not. He said so. Borders can't step. Yeah, everybody right now need to step the game up. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? But it's just everybody, putting a lot of blame on the quarterback. And I just, it was the defense that got them the notoriety that they had last year, and nobody has said a thing about. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Right?
It was the defense and Leonard Fournette.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, that's cool. I mean, I'll let you have to say Derek Carr is on the wrong team. There isn't much difference between Carr or Jameis.
Whoa.
I mean, Jameis is rough. I mean,
Slim J,
I wouldn't put Carr that low, but he's. I think him and Bortles are about the same. I think it's the watch right there. You know what I'm saying?
Between Carr and Bortles?
Yeah. Listen, you can make a case for Carr you want to, and we're going to talk about him now, but look, they ain't won but one game. Look, they done traded away the number one weapon of the dude. And so for the majority of the season, he had that weapon. Now he don't even got that. And y'all saying he better than Bortles on one more games than Carr? That's all I'm saying, right?
I'm not doing class. I'm not entertaining.
No.
I'm just looking at the numbers. I'm looking at the numbers. Are you trying to tell me my numbers are wrong? Are you trying to tell me that's what you're trying to tell me right now?
Everything about what you're saying right now.
I'm looking at the numbers. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I'm not even going to entertain that. Okay. Let's move on to AFC West.
AFC West we got. Wow, now this one right here is, man, I think, okay. So the Chiefs are 8-1, 2 games ahead of the Chargers. Mm-hmm. Man, the Denver Broncos, they out of reach. Yeah, and of course, Oakland is done for the season, right? So listen, the Chiefs, I feel like the Chiefs are probably like the number 2 best team in the AFC, I think. I mean, obviously you see they got the Patriots or whatever, but the Kansas City Chiefs are my favorites. I think they're gonna learn from the mistakes that happened down the stretch last season, and I don't think they're gonna let those things happen to them again. It is time for us to see Big Red in the Super Bowl again, man. It's time to see what's the coach's name?
Andy Reid.
Yeah, Reid. Yeah, Big Red. It's good to see Mr. Kool-Aid. It's time for him to get back there, man. He done put in a lot of work. I like what they do. They dominate the division right now. And I can gush about what they got on their team, but everybody know they are pretty dangerous right now. The quarterback they got, the young gunslinger, all them playmakers all around him. I can't really see too many teams in the AFC that they can have some drama with. I just so I don't know.
Man, I hate to say this. You don't be shortchanging on the San Diego Chargers, man.
I'm not really just they look far behind. They
what? 2 games behind?
Yeah.
All they got to do is make the wild card. Right now, if the playoffs start today, they'll be in the wild card. That team is dangerous. You do not want to play them.
I'm gonna tell you why the pressure is on them like that.
You see what Melvin Gordon been doing?
I've seen that, but they have to win they had to win out, JB. They can't afford to lose another game, and that's the pressure. Can they win out?
They actually only a game and a half out. Depends on the bye situation.
Yeah, but with the speed of the way the Chiefs are moving, the Chargers can't lose another game. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. Chargers lost to the Patriots 4 weeks ago. Now they're on a 3-game win streak. I believe they're gonna lose another game or the season over with. They might lose to the Chargers.
I think the Chiefs are gonna take another L too, at least one more, right? But
if the Chargers win out, I don't know. I have to look at the schedule.
Yeah,
that's gonna be. You do not want to play the Chargers, man.
But they gotta win out. They got,
and they might.
It's tough.
And here's the interesting part. Could be possibly the Ravens might be who they are. They record say they are, but Chargers and the Chiefs are on the last 7.
Yeah.
Of our remaining schedule. So I mean, and it looks like the Chargers gonna need everything. We definitely need everything.
Wow. Some say Keenan Allen is the Julio Jones of the AFC. He ain't caught a TD since week 1. You know what I'm saying? So
he get a lot of attention. By right though. I mean, it ain't like he ain't underperforming.
Yeah. So when we look at the AFC, listen, you got the Patriots probably gonna go in as I don't know, the Patriots and the Chiefs, either one of them go in as one. But then who's next? You got
the Steelers, the Bengals,
But I'm just saying, I'm looking at the Steelers. Out of them two, I don't think both going. Look, we got to decide on one of them. One of them ain't gonna make it. Okay.
Why?
Because I just don't believe it. Listen, the Bengals ain't played. Have they played any division games yet? No, I don't think so. Right?
Well, they played us and they played the Steelers already.
Thank you.
They beat us. They beat us and they got beat by the Steelers. I don't know what they've done against the Browns so far. I'm sure they played them one time already.
Okay, Big Q. Check this out. They 5-3, right?
5-3.
Who gonna beat them? You got the Dolphins, the Titans, and the Chargers. I'm sorry, and the Broncos.
And we got them out of the bye.
And the Ravens.
Right.
They can get beat by any of those teams. Look.
Well, they susceptible now because AJ Green is out with a toe.
That's true.
I mean, and look, and I ain't gushing over the Steelers. I mean, look, I do like what they've been doing over the past couple weeks. They've been proving that they ain't hamstrung by no holdout running back, and they still been able to do what they've been able to do. To me, I think they the ones who would be next in line after, if I'm ranking this after the Chiefs, it would be them, right?
Okay, I'll put you. Yeah, I agree. Okay,
yeah,
I see. Well, the Steelers gonna win a division.
Yeah,
I believe.
Okay.
But are you sure they're not gonna pick a wild card spot?
Because you know what, this is the reason why I'm saying this is because I think the other team gonna come out of the South. I think Tennessee gonna pull us. They did it last year. I got a feeling they'll do it again. Right.
That's the only team I'm gonna put it on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then you got Houston and then Tennessee, right? That's what I think. Y'all like that, or you want something different, JP?
No, I can't see nobody else coming up.
Nah.
All right, cool. All right, so then we go into the National Football Conference. We got the NFC East, man. Look, Washington leading this thing only by a game, but still they leading it. I didn't see that. I thought Philly would be doing a little bit better than what they're doing. But they lost a couple games in a row. They had that bounce back when they went overseas. Dallas didn't show up. They ain't really here to play. And of course, New York is in a rebuild phase right now. I think Washington gonna go ahead and finish this thing out. I think they're gonna race it with the Eagles. They both may drop 1 or 2 more games, but I think at the end of it, I think Washington gonna hit that finish line first. JB, what you got? It's one of them 1st to 10 things, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Washington as well. I think they plan. I just think that Dallas is they still looking for identity.
Yeah.
The Philly Eagles got the Super Bowl hangover, and who's thinking about the Giants right now? Any kind of scenario besides just rebuild mode. So I mean, Washington will go to playoffs, host a playoff game at home.
You know what I'm saying? Look, some say Washington lost like 3 starting O linemen this week, and they added 3 O linemen to the IR. That's gonna be rough, but you know
that's true. That's facts. Yeah, they best guys are IR right now.
Yeah. Pelicans got FSU like the Eagles to come back and hit 10 first. I think it's the 1st to 10. I think because Eagles already done dropped 4. Right. Washington got that 1 game over them, and so if they get in the 10, if 10 is gonna win it, JB, Slim say he think the Eagles gonna get there first. What you think?
I don't think so. They would have shown. I mean, listen, win-loss record. I mean, your record will say a lot about you, but sometimes it's about how you lose games.
Yeah.
and the way you show up in the ones you're supposed to win. I mean, that's telling.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about where they sitting right now. 4-3.
Well, Eagles 4-4.
It's still possible.
Yeah. But you know what, Glass?
They already lost the head-to-head to Washington. They already met the class of that division and lost.
Yeah, but you know what? Them Giants are still out there. I don't look. They look. No. Listen. Oh, you try look. I seen it happen last year. You trying to tell me that they in these division games?
You seen what happened last year?
I seen them run 2 of them on Dallas.
Who?
New York.
Man,
they swept Dallas last year.
I'm Bernie just saying. B, much respect. But don't be sitting here catering to Bernie B, man.
I'm not. All I'm saying
the Giants was garbage last year. They garbage this year.
If you in the NFC East and you got the Giants on your schedule and you're a division rival, watch your back. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Q. Giants are 1-7, bro.
Giants are 1-7.
Q. You might as well say you tell people to watch out for the Oakland Raiders too.
No.
Look, there's not even enough games in the season now.
Look, the Giants ain't been getting. Okay. You don't think they're gonna be one of these NFC East teams? They're not gonna beat Philadelphia, but look, Dallas and Washington are susceptible right now, dog. I'm just saying, right?
Washington got a defense, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So I understand the O-line is hurt, but they got a defense. You still got Adrian Peterson, there's a freak of nature, and you got Alex Smith as your quarterback. Eli, man,
Agent Eli.
Exactly.
They got Shepard and ODB and Barkley and all them dudes, man.
Listen.
Had them all year with that 1-7 record too.
I know.
Sterling Shepard, OBJ, great wide receivers, but you don't have a quarterback to throw to him.
Yeah, Eli Manning, the great Eli Manning.
Okay, let's keep on moving, man. I believe Eagles got a chance. I think Eagles got a chance to catch the Washington Redskins, Washington professional football team. I'm sorry, and I think Washington gonna stay fast. I think they're gonna get that.
I think so too.
Don't you ever bring up New York Giants in this conversation?
Seahawks versus the Niners versus Giants. Oh man, Pat Shermer is not head coaching material. I don't think he is too. I actually think this is only his first year though, right?
Yes.
But they gotta bring him back next year, don't they?
They got to. Yeah. I mean, who else out there? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put it out there.
Yeah.
Jack Del Rio's out there. I don't understand why nobody.
Jack Del Rio ain't going to New York though. He ain't going to New York. You know, he got to.
He go to Arizona.
No, he going somewhere where he can get back at Denver. That's not Denver. I mean at Arizona. At Oakland. Yeah.
Oh well. Yeah. Okay. No, wait. No, Denver ain't the team that did him. It's the Raiders.
Right, yeah, Oakland. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they messed him up, right? So you know,
if I was him, I wouldn't be concerned with that. They imploding. Let them decisions that they made hold them back. I mean, Gruden on a 10-year deal, he gonna squat for 5. Let them be. They the same old Oakland Raiders, man.
I mean, look, if I was Jack Del Rio, I want an opportunity to really just like, so you know that at the end of the game handshake, I would punch Gruden right in his face.
I see Jack Del Rio with the Arizona Cardinals.
Right, you know. Yeah, Cardinals, that's a good look. Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But let's move on, man.
Okay, so listen,
and they should have kept Bruce. They just taking steps.
Right.
Bruce, he retired.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they had no choice.
All right. So look, let's go to this. Listen, maybe a little bit controversial to some, and some it may not. New Orleans Saints 7-1. They lead the division by 1 game over the Carolina Panthers. The Falcons are back 2 from Carolina, and the Bucks are pretty much done at this point, right? So listen, I'm gonna be the first one to say it. I think it's gonna be hard for Carolina to catch New Orleans, but you know what? We got them twice in the last 3 weeks of the season. And listen, that don't mean much because they beat us 3 times last season. So
okay, I'm glad you keep it real.
You know what I mean? But so you know, and if that's the case, if we mess around and drop those last 2 games to them, it's over for us. We can accomplish we can win out right now. But if we lose them 2 games to New Orleans at the end of the season, it's over for us. So it's gonna be tough. It's gonna come down to week 17. JB, what you think?
Yeah, I believe so. I mean, the Panthers they are hold and serve week after week ever since they last lost. So it'll come down to them too. Atlanta will probably try to make some noise and be relevant, but it's gonna come down to New Orleans and Carolina.
Yeah. Panthers got that fish. You said this ain't last season. Like the Panthers glass, his chest is Like, look, this ain't what you think.
All y'all chances are.
He said, this ain't what you think.
Y'all have a great schedule, 6-2.
Yeah.
3-game winning streak. My thing is, you guys shoot for New Orleans Saints. If y'all miss, y'all still make the wild card and still make some damage. But then again, you got to keep your eyes behind you with the Atlanta Falcons. They also have a 3-game win streak.
Right.
So it's going to be a nice little battle in the NFC South.
Right.
Ooh,
right. As it stands, it's a 3-team race because the Tampa Bay Bucks are definitely
exactly.
Yeah.
They got.
Slim J says if Rivera goes 0-4 against the Saints, I think he needs to get his walking papers now. I ain't gonna say no, I can't do that.
No, who said that?
He said, "Look, you can't lose to the same team 4 times straight." I done seen it before.
I seen it before too.
I done lived
here in Chicago.
Yeah, and it doesn't happen either in Pittsburgh or in Baltimore. Something like that doesn't happen. Yeah. So I mean,
Lovie Smith was 10-6, but he couldn't beat the Packers, so that's the reason why we got rid of him.
Man, I listen. I don't, and I'm hoping. I'm for real. I mean, because he got a point. I don't think nobody in Carolina's thinking about firing Ron Rivera. I don't think that's like even nothing that nobody's thinking about. But man, you dropped another 2 to the to Champagne.
Nah, Rivera's job not on the line.
I don't think so. No.
You got a new owner that's changing everything in Tampa.
Yeah.
And like I said before last week, North Turner turned everything around when he got hired as an offensive coordinator. So
absolutely.
He got at least 1 or 2 more years left up there.
You know, I think Carolina's good. I think just to me, I think the one thing Carolina got to think about is New Orleans, and they got to figure out how to win those games, man.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think winning one of them is going to be enough, JB. I think they're going to have to win both.
I don't see no sweep of the Saints this season. I mean, it's gonna happen eventually. A split will be good coming from losing the last 2 to them.
Yeah.
If you split this year, then keep you out on the sweep next season. But getting a split is a big victory. That's more than a small victory.
Yeah. Either way, man, I think they're gonna they may end up seeing each other again in the postseason. Who knows? The last team on our list is the NFC West, which, man, you know, this used to be man. I just remember like 3 or 4 years ago, man. This was the division, right? Was it not? Man, they had it popping out there, man. But the Rams right now are the team. A lot of people still saying they call them a prima donna team, JB. That they got, you know, they got the glass slipper, and they still ain't want to give them their props, right? The Seahawks are 4 games back from the leader. Nobody else is even close. Listen, only reason why 49ers got a second victory is because they played against the Raiders last week. I think it was, right? That's the only reason why they got to it.
And they got guys on IR and they win the game. You know, that's just how bad it is.
You know? I'm just saying, you know, I don't know. Listen, Glass, it don't even look like it's close. It's not.
It's not even a competition,
right?
Bro.
No, it's not even. So you know, it's a lot of football left. And you know, and for Seahawks, Brazino, who's in the audience, man, like, you got 4 games back. Y'all got something real bad happen to the Rams. Like,
listen, they can lose 3 or 4. It still is not gonna make a difference. I don't need Seahawks. They're gonna lose this week, so it's a lost cause.
Yeah.
Hey man, but I don't appreciate you overlooking. You missed the division, man.
Did I miss the AFC?
Yeah,
the AFC West.
NFC North, man. Don't be changing my Chicago
we'll go to
Bears,
that
man.
We'll finish this one. Okay, look, back up. I'm just.
Hey, my hometown Bears doing things, all right?
Okay. Since ain't much to talk about in the West, let's go back up. Look, the Bears and the Vikings got the same record, except for there's a tie on the Vikings, which is like a loss right now.
Yes.
Packers are 2 games back, and they got a loss on their record. I mean, a tie on their record as well. Look, they down in the dungeon with the Lions, man. So I don't know. I'm looking at this one, JB, and I'm still thinking this one could be broken open. Look, the Packers, even though they're not my favorites right now, I don't think they make the playoffs this year. But these numbers say that they could, but they got to get through Minnesota and Chicago. What you think, JB?
I think this will go down. You're gonna need the rest of these 7s to decide it.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, you don't want to ever count out Aaron Rodgers, but I think they had like a mid-season situation where they let go to safety and the running back. That don't never look good on your way going somewhere if you're going somewhere. Chicago's on the rise, and then there's the Vikings, who's just well intact. It may not look like it record-wise, but they stayed intact.
Yeah. So Josh is in the thing. He said he's staying correct because he said that Gurley owns the West. But who said we? Oh, he said Panthers got to be tough on the Saints. Ron just got an extension. We could score on the Saints. The defense got to step up. Rams own the West, and then Josh said Gurley owns the West.
You see what kid was a Joe. You see, he said, "Hi Cam, meet Bruce Irvin." I forgot Bruce Irvin's on the Falcons now, man.
Man, but you know what though? Look, the Falcons though. Look, here's the thing about the Falcons though. Like, look, we got to play them one more time. I think we got to play them at their place. I think. But they had that little dip where they lost like 3 games. They messed themselves up. they climbing out of a hole right now. So
true that, but they got a 3-game winning streak, bro.
Well, they had a 3-game losing streak, so you get that cancels that out. Look, okay. it puts them behind by 2 games.
I'm just saying,
So,
but back to the NFC North, I think the Bears gonna go as far as Mr. Trubisky led them. Yeah. He can't be. He gotta play. He's playing better, but he gotta play even better.
Yeah,
turn down the turnover. The defense legit. Khalil Mack sat out a couple of games. I think he's gonna come back this because of the division game with the Lions. Yeah. He'll be back this week. So it's gonna be a tough round between the Vikings and the Bears, but I'm gonna go ahead and stay with the hometown Bears for me.
I think this is my problem with the Vikings, JB. I don't have a whole lot of faith in them at no position. Like they used to. I did like the wide receivers. I do like Thielen, and I like what they doing there, and Rudolph. I do like the receiving core, but that's it. That's all. I don't like nothing else about. I feel like they put a strong show on, but when it comes, if they go up against somebody that either plays at their level or slightly above, they lose. So I don't really got no faith in them. I think the Bears will end up taking them out. What you got?
I won't give it that unanimously to Chicago. Mm-hmm. They had some letdowns before injury, before anything. They had some games that they just completely dropped.
The first game with the Packers, they should have won that game. Miami Dolphins should have won that game. So I got you.
It just depends. It depends on which Mitch shows up. It depends on if they ever can get Dalvin Cook going in Minnesota. It's a lot. It's a couple of things. I just can't unanimously give it. I could take Detroit out of the equation for now. Yeah, but you never know with them either. This is question mark teams.
I mean, really, if you look at it, Detroit is only 2 games back. So,
exactly.
So
they real streaky.
Yeah.
Now you minus Golden Tate out of Detroit. You minus which Montgomery out of the Packers. That's a lot.
With these trades, the trades this year have blown my mind. Like everybody that gave away their top talent. Like why? Like, and I know now we under a new regime in Detroit, and and it's gonna look a lot like what's going on up there in Boston. But man, Golden Tate, you traded him for what? What did he get for him?
Nothing. Or future pick.
Draft picks.
Oh no! Look, that's all they really have, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, no. But I know everybody. I'm telling you, next year's draft, the 2019 draft. And the 2020 draft going to be the messiest draft that we've ever seen in our lives.
But right now it belongs to Oakland Raiders.
Yeah. It's going to be I mean, the order is going to mean absolutely nothing. You know what I'm saying, right? All right, Glass. What you got for us this week, man?
First off, man, give me 5 minutes. I know we run on against the clock, but I got my hot seat list. I want everybody to give me yay and nay.
Yeah.
Everybody out there on Periscope and on YouTube, go ahead and put it up in there. First off, everybody know this. Jason Garrett been a Cowboy head coach for 8.5 years.
Yeah,
hell, he's supposed to been gone 4 years ago.
Yeah,
man. We say this. We say this, but it's Jerry Jones, man. It ain't. But I think Jerry might be at the point where he's ready to do it though. But it's tough though. A part of me is like Jerry. If we get rid of Garrett, who gonna blame stuff on? You know what I'm saying? Who we gonna put?
You got to change something. You can't be a mediocre every year.
Look. He got to have somebody to blame something on. He got to have a person who don't mind being blamed for the stuff. And I mean, ain't nobody else gonna take that crap. You know what I'm saying? Parcells didn't take it. Johnson didn't take it. Ain't
Cowboys
nobody
living 8-8. Garrett been there 8.5 years. Time to go, man.
What's more important, you think, to Jerry Jones, having a yes man or winning championships?
I should be winning championships.
It should be, but I don't know what it looked like for the last 15 years.
I got you. So you gonna say no?
I'm gonna say no. I don't think you're gonna do it.
All right, next up. Green Bay Packers, Mike McCarthy, been there 13 years.
I think it's time, JB, but I don't think it's gonna happen though. I think it's something different needs to happen in Green Bay. Green Bay has done ran into that same rut as Cincinnati, in my opinion. What you think?
First of all, I want to give a shout out to Jose Brazino, Seahawks fan. Follow me on Twitter just now.
That's
Nice.
I appreciate the follow you back. But nah, you don't mess with the McCarthy Rodgers connection. I think they have to do some retooling in their draft. They ran into some unforeseen things. If you want to be a staple year in and year out, you don't mess with that McCarthy and Green Bay. It's, you don't mess. Some things you just gotta let be, man.
Yeah, but you know what? It's mediocre though. It is. I mean, look, you got one of the most talented. That's what they've been saying. The talented quarterbacks playing the game right now. But I think he done got all he can get out of Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers has peaked, and I think it's because the coaches, he's been there forever, right? And he ain't heard nobody else's voice, just that coach. But I don't think they're gonna do it.
I'm not blaming all the stuff on Mike McCarthy because they've been changed. They've been getting rid of players, quality players that A-Rod like.
Nelson, so many.
Yeah.
So I think, like you said with Garrett, I think McCarthy is the Packers whipping boy. I think it's time, but I think he might stay a little bit longer. He's been there 13 years. They're going to stay until they have another losing season. Yeah, he might be out of there.
Yeah.
All right, next
or
up.
if they lose Rodgers some kind of way, then they can get rid of him.
Exactly. Next up, JB's John Harbaugh with the Ravens. Been there 11 years.
He's too tight with the office. It never like him in the office. They all them dudes roll together. They tight. The owner, the GM, and the coach. They like triplets. You can't. No. The
GM not gonna be there next year. Remember, this is last year. But I think he in real tight with the owner, and I think they have losing streaks like me and JB said, but they end up having a winning season each year. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick with. I'm gonna say he's gonna stay there.
Yeah.
Well, we try to mimic the way the Steelers do things. They hadn't changed. There's only been 3 head coaches in the Steelers in my lifetime, which I don't remember Chuck Noll, but it's been the Chin and Mike Tomlin. Just 3 head coaches in my time as even being a Ravens fan and just paying attention to this NFC North or just the North period. So it's only been 2 since I've been a Raven, which was Billick and Harbaugh. That's it.
That's it.
So to keep the coaching carousel down, the names on that list down, I think they'll ride this until there's need for it. Now he's building a reason to be let go. Last 3 out of the 4 years, we ain't make it. And 2 of them years it was 1-8-8 and 1 dismal season.
Yeah.
So
and if it came down to it, I don't think they would fire him. I think they just wouldn't re-up him. I think that's what happened. Like, I think if you ever hear a season where he ain't getting no extension, then you might want to think about it. But if it ain't like that, they're not gonna fire him. I don't think so. No.
Okay.
Nah, I think he's safe just by tradition.
Oh yeah.
All right. The head coach for the Jaguars for 2.5 years, Doug Marrone.
Yeah, he
out of there.
Yes,
he out of there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because
once a team show you over the past 5-6 years that they ain't afraid to pull the trigger on anybody, you ain't never say walk. Like when he went to Cleveland, he was on the clock the moment he stepped in.
Absolutely. He was on borrowed time. the minute he signed the paper, they were like, "Look," and I bet he was watching his back the whole time. That's why I bet when the call came in, I bet he wasn't even surprised. I bet he wasn't even surprised. I bet he was like, "Damn it." It was a guy to do it for real.
It was that way in New York until the domino fell and my man who's in Jackson, Coughlin fell. Then the carousel started there. But usually certain teams keep people forever.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They will.
All right, man. He's been there for 2 years, but I believe my beloved Broncos will be getting rid of Vance Joseph at the end of this year.
Correct.
I replace Kubiak.
Bowles is gonna be out too.
Bowles, I believe. The Broncos coach, they ain't even give him a chance to do nothing, and then they put him behind the 8 ball. See, this the part of
what does that mean, though?
But this the part
Jackson never got a chance.
Hugh Jackson had every opportunity. He had the #1 draft pick every year he was there. They okay for him to make all these crazy moves. They gave him every opportunity to do what he wanted to do. The only thing they didn't give him was more time. They should have let him serve his whole entire contract out. But the Broncos are nowhere near as bad as shape as the Cleveland Browns.
But we got a standard and we ain't meeting that.
Well, we need to point fingers in another place. We need to go upstairs and knock on the door of John Elway and find out what's going on with his quarterback. So that's what's going on. Don't be looking at the dude down there on the side. I think he's doing his thing. I think he brings the attitude that team need. He's not the guy. They need to go upstairs, talk to that guy.
He's going to be the scapegoat. I hear what you're saying with John Elway. John Elway ain't going to fire himself. He's going to put it out there. Yeah. All right, next up, Cards, Steve Wilkes. He only been there 1 year, but he is no Bruce Arians. I think he's gone.
I don't know. After 1 year, I don't think he's gone. Nah, it's too much money to kind of just be sitting at home playing Madden. Listen, they got other things to worry about in Arizona. They got to build their team back up together. I think once they get their team together, and if this team still suck after 2 or 3 seasons, give them another season or 2, and then they can address that. But they got to put a team on the field first. You know what I'm saying?
If Rosen don't pan out, the whole house gonna be cleaned out.
Right.
I agree.
Yeah.
All right. Definitely go. He should have been gone. Dirk Carter, 3 years.
Absolutely.
He gone.
Absolutely.
All
yeah,
right.
they still reeling from that stupid mistake of getting rid of that. Get rid of the what's my man's name? Who was down there before? Used to coach in Chicago. You know what I'm talking about?
Lovie Smith.
Yeah.
Okay.
They shouldn't have did that. But that's
JB. Go ahead.
That's what I'm saying. That's what they get for doing that. That's punishment.
All right. Gotcha. Yeah. JB said it already. Jets. Ty Bowles, 4 years.
Done. He's done.
Yeah.
He's done.
He's done.
I want the Broncos to pick him up.
I don't know, man. Because you know what? I'm gonna tell you something about him I don't like. He get bullied by the office too much to me. They have him doing some real ignorant stuff, and it just seemed like he don't have no choice but to do it. And you know, when you see him on the sidelines, the way he be looking, he's like, man, I can't believe they got me doing this shit. I can't believe they got me out here doing this.
That's true. That's why he needed to come to Denver.
Right. Yeah.
I'm just saying. Last one, Sean McDermott for the Bills, 2 years.
Done.
He gone.
Yeah. Done.
Unfortunately, man. And he's a good coach.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, some of these organizations just cursed by, or they're in a stronghold by the powers that be of the organization, and they don't want to see it do nothing different. But the way they want to see it done, and then they prove to be nothing but a losing squad. But I mean, a chance to be a head coach, you take that gig thinking you could be the one to turn it around, and then you run into these brick walls. Hugh did it. Bowles is in there now. Vance Joseph is in there now. You know. So
what I gave Joe a chance to go run on Google real quick and get some stats. Listen, man, I don't care about how you lost the 3 games. You lost the 3 games, and that's why
what.
The Falcons, yeah, that's why they 4-4. You know, look, it don't matter who got hurt. I know y'all. The injuries on the Falcons are it's crazy right now. But that's part of the game. You know what I'm saying?
You wrote a paragraph up there, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Are you giving me an excuse? I don't. Anyway,
you see what I'm saying? Look, he got missing for like 5 minutes, right? All up on his phone. All up on his phone. They go like his Google is on fire right.
Yo, wait. So how many head-to-head the Falcons and the Panthers got? It's one more game.
One more game. They got us the first one. Yeah, I think they got us.
Joe, say the paragraph. Was it? Hey, listen. Is it at the Mercedes-Benz?
I think it's at their house. Yes, because they beat us here. Yeah.
I mean, we on their schedule too. Just show up, man. I mean, and all the talk, it be settled.
right. You know what I mean?
Because if y'all lose to the Falcons and then the Saints get
listen, look,
you out of here.
Look, I'm gonna talk my junk while I can because look, I know what we got ahead of us, right? And listen, I'm not overlooking the Falcons. I know we still got to play them, and like I said, they won already, right? So, someday they come in here. Oh yeah, we perfect here. So yeah, we're welcome. Come on to the crib. You know what I'm saying? Come on to the crib. He said we're gonna thump y'all across the head. Yeah, we'll see. What you getting ready to say?
I just said I don't think the Ravens good enough to beat them either, so I'm gonna leave that stuff alone.
Yeah, we'll get to that when we get to it. That's only a couple weeks away. That's fine. All right, let's go through these games real quick, man. So we can get up out of here.
First up, we got the battle of the basement.
Wow.
3-5 Jaguars going to Lucas Oil Center and play the 3-5 Colts.
They're gonna lose to the Colts.
No, I'm going with the Jaguars. They got to turn it around. This is going to be the game they're going to turn around.
Well, I said that. When they were going to London, I said they were going to turn it around against who they play against the Eagles? I should have known better than that. But anyway,
you going with the Colts?
I'm going with the Colts. The Colts at home.
Jags.
Okay.
Jags.
All right, 3-5 Lions coming here to Soldier Field to play the 5-3 Bears. Bears.
Bears.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here we go. The 71 Saints, New Orleans Saints, going up to Paul Brown Stadium, played the 5-3 Cincinnati Bengals.
Saints.
I gotta say the Saints too, man.
But no AJ Green, no chance.
Yeah, no chance. Right.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Last one. Big Q.
Yeah.
Carolina Panthers, 6-2, going to Heinz Field.
Yeah.
To play the 5-2-1 Pittsburgh Steelers.
Tough one, right? It's a tough one. Listen, the Carolina Panthers, they record ain't so nice on the road. Our losses done came from the road. So we've been happy that we had a lot of home games in the early part of the season, but man, it's gonna be a tough one. I like my Carolina Panthers because I like what they've been doing with guess who, JB? Christian McCaffrey. I'm on board. I'm officially signed. Yes, I am on board. The Christian McCaffrey train. I'm on it now. Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes, 158 yards from scrimmage. That's my boy now. You know what I'm saying, right?
All right.
So I think now that we've got an established running game, I feel good about. I think we can take that into Heinz Field and make a good go at it, right? I like my Panthers in the close one. I think we're gonna get out of there with the skin of our teeth. Graham gonna have to bail us out. I like this. I like my boys. Yeah.
JB.
There's something to be said about playing in Pittsburgh at night, prime time.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's not an easy thing to do.
I believe it.
I don't think them young guys gonna be able to withstand when they do their little cut to their little renegade situation, and that crowd in Pittsburgh. I think it'll be overwhelming. I don't think the Steelers are that formidable, but just playing in Heinz Field in Pittsburgh at night, prime time, it's not for the meek. So I think y'all get edged out by Boswell, who gonna be redeeming himself because he just missed the extra point last week.
I don't know. Carolina Panthers defense rounding back into form.
I understand that. Like I said, I don't think they even stack up against y'all at X and O wise. If you look at the stats, it's just something about playing at Heinz Field prime time.
Trust me.
If you're not ready for that, it's overwhelming.
But we bringing Cam Newton into the place. He gonna light the place up. He's gonna light the place up.
Anyway, my prediction. You lose by 2.
Hey,
wow. Okay.
I'm not dumping on Cam Newton playing. He's having a hell of a year.
Yeah.
You guys on the 3-game win streak. The Pittsburgh Steelers on a 4-game win streak.
Yeah.
Just like JB said, Heinz Field at night is a whole different animal.
Listen, it is your game.
I see T Money said run game and defense will travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you guys cover Antonio Brown.
And Joe still taking shots too. Oh my God.
All that. What's the tight end's name? Jesse James.
Yeah.
It's just too in the run game. It's just too much for Carolina. I think.
I'm just saying you'll see the difference of their atmosphere. And them young guys, Samuels, Moore, McCaffrey. Cam gonna do his thing. Cam gonna
listen. I gotta look, Joe. You a wild right now. You a wild. He's like T-Money said Cam is prime time. Joe was like not versus the Falcons. Googled. That was good.
They'll do that. They'll do that all night.
That was good right there.
T-Money. JB on AB, Dante on Juju, and.
Nah, listen, we gonna get into the whole discussion. Listen, we just know that it's gonna be a very good game. It's a primetime game. I like the Panthers. Y'all doubting the Panthers. Look, the Panthers are on fire right now. I like the defense. I like the running game that we got now. I feel better about it.
It's gonna be a little extra. It's gonna be a little extra because there's I think Tepper was a majority owner, something like that, of the Steelers.
Yeah,
it's not a third. So it's some history a little bit of it, but I'm telling you, if you ain't used to Heinz Field prime time at night, it's gonna be overwhelming.
Cam gonna light it up.
It's probably the third or the most hostile environment.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough.
The game is tomorrow night, so it ain't like we gotta wait a couple of days.
I know, right? It's gonna be good, right? Follow me on Twitter, and it'll be some good stuff. I'm gonna be talking about it, right? So anyway, I want to thank everybody who came out to check us out tonight, man. You guys make the show awesome as always. Even you, Joe. You listen. We might be, mortal enemies on when it comes to the football thing, but you my homeboy, man. And everybody else too, Team Money, Panthers God, Slim, who else I missed? Everybody else, Seahawks Benzino was in there, Josh was in there. Can't remember who else was in there. But anyway, I thank y'all for coming through, man, and helping us. Y'all make the show so much fun to do. We definitely enjoy doing it. JB, listen, you don't be rooting so hard against my boys tomorrow night.
I can't. Please, I can't stand the Steelers, man. You got to be great. It was even hard to talk about, so I just was trying to just,
but put yourself over for the Put yourself over for the good peoples, man.
Anyway, man, they'll be short because I'm on a couple of game losing streak, a few game losing streak here. I'm gonna try to get off camera.
Yeah.
Just thanks for coming out. You can always find me here on live and on Twitter as the Raven Shogun. Peace.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And listen, the resident Carolina Panthers hater. Listen, man, you gonna have to one day got to give it up for us, man. You got. Hey, listen, you know I know one. You gonna always hold that Super Bowl victory over our head, but that's okay. We'll get it back. Glass, go ahead, put yourself over for everybody, man.
All right, man. Hey, if you guys don't see me here with my brothers here, JB, Big Q, TeamBoydTV Live, you can catch me over at my stuff. Get With It Sports, place where you get your sports with a little swag, where I have my partner in crime and brother LB, who's doing the damn thing in the Pick'em Shut Up League. He won this week, 12-1. Wow. So hey, he doing the damn thing.
Who got him? Dallas messed it up for him.
I got look. I don't remember. It might have been. But anyway, what I would just say. Oh. YouTube channel, Get With It Sports 2, number 2. You can catch our blog page at getwithitsports.wordpress.com. Check us out on Twitter, me at Get With It Sports, Brandon at LEB412. And you need to contact us, hit us up at getwithitsports2, that's number 2 at gmail.com. And follow us on Instagram, Facebook /Get With It Sports.
Beautiful. And make sure you check out our homies, AA Sports. On their channel, I think it's called AA Sports Straight No Chaser.
Straight Sports No Chaser.
Straight Sports No Chaser. Make sure you check them out over there. Make sure you check out the Urban Arena Facebook page where you can catch Get With It Sports, TeamBoydTV, and AA Sports. All our content was filtered through that Facebook page. So if you miss anything or you want to keep in contact with all three of us, that's how you do it. Again, follow me on Twitter. I am there talking big junk, representing Carolina Panthers. I am a keep pounding dude all day. And for TeamBoydTV Live, we out of here. We'll catch y'all next week. Lord willing. Yeah, take it easy. Peace. And all right, football fans, the 2018 TeamBoydTV online programming campaign has begun. TeamBoydTV Live will be airing live on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. We also have the TeamBoydTV presents the Black and Blue podcast, which will be airing on Tuesday nights at 7:30 p.m. We also have TeamBoydTV Game Time, which are picks for the week, which will be airing on Saturdays. Follow us on all of our social media. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe to our channel on YouTube. Also subscribe to us on Twitch for all your NFL coverage for 2018.